What an incredible country we live in here in Australia. My name is Brett Hooker and my channel is I Love Dirt. And this is a video talking about an amazing campsite that we stopped through out in the Strzelecki Desert. The campsite's near a cattle station called Merty Station. And it's just west of Cameron Corner. And you can see here Cameron Corner marked on the map that I've got in front of you. And here's the arrow pointing out where this campsite is. So the campsite's right on the beginning of the Old Strzelecki Track out in the Strzelecki Desert. Big area, as you can see from the video. It's a huge area and it's got a beautiful red sand dune right behind it. It's about 120 kilometres drive from Cameron Corner. So if you're coming from the south there, it's about 120 kilometres to do that drive. You'd give yourself about 2 hours to make that drive. Definitely worth it. You can camp there. You'll need to be fully self-sufficient. You're genuinely out in the Strzelecki Desert. When you're camping here, there's no toilets, there's no water, there's no facilities at all. But an absolutely beautiful place to stop. So if you're out in the Outback and you want to camp in the desert, this is absolutely a place to stop. You can also get to it by coming south from Inaminka. So if you've stayed at Inaminka in South Australia, you can come down the new Strzelecki Track or you can come down the Boar Track and then head down the Old Strzelecki Track. And same thing, you'll arrive at this spot here. As I say, it's right near the Merty station, right at the intersection or the start of the Old Strzelecki Track. So let's take a bit of a look through the campsite. I'll tell you a little bit about the area as we're sort of doing this fly through, but I've just got down low here with the drone and just trying to give you a bit of a feel for the area that you're in. So as I said, there's a red sand dune that's running along the side of it right there. And the area, it's quite large. It's probably 200, 300 meters long. It's got all these tracks in it and there's plenty of flat cleared spots there where you could set up and camp for the night. Even if other people are there, there's plenty of room around. So it's a nice spot. As I said, it's out in the Strzelecki Desert. Now you'll see it's pretty green. The last couple of years we've had a fair amount of rain out in the desert. So you'll see that there's both green on the ground here. The trees are looking healthy. They're nice and green, and there's even greenery up on the sand dune. As we're looking through here, you're seeing the main track. As I say, this is the road that leads just up to the Old Strzelecki Track. So you can see the main track running through the side there. So this is all out in South Australia, and it's all part of the Inaminka Regional Reserve there. If you want to have a fire in this area, you're going to have to bring your firewood with you. You're not allowed to collect firewood in the Inaminka Regional Reserve. So you'll have to have brought your firewood in from somewhere else. Given that it's a regional reserve, probably recommended that you keep your fire up off the ground if you can as well, just not to cause any issues. But if you are going to have a fire on the ground in an area like this, which you'll see a couple of people that have been here before us have done, you'll see the little fire spots around there. Just really important to make sure that you put your fire out properly. Don't just cover it over with dirt, because other people are going to drive through here and they could well accidentally either drive over or walk on quite a hot spot. When you cover over a fire with the dirt, you're almost making like an oven, and the coals and the heat can stay trapped in there for quite some time. So if you're going to have a fire on the ground, make sure you put it out properly. Use water, spread the coals around, actually spread the heat out rather than keeping it centralized. Spread it around, get some water on it, make sure that it's fully out. Down to ash is obviously your best answer. If there's no charcoal, there's no coal there at all, and you've just got ash, it makes it much easier to wet down, and then you can cover over or mix some dirt in there just to make sure that it's all clean. So as I said, yeah, so beautiful area out in South Australia. You can see the weather was kind to us out here. Absolutely beautiful day for us. We were just driving through. We'd stayed at Cameron Corner the night before. We topped up our fuel and our basic supplies there in Cameron Corner. And we were driving through here. I wanted to stop and capture this footage so I could share it with all of you. And then what we did from here is we headed north up along the Old Strzelecki Track. and then we headed across to the boar track, and we took the boar track up to the dig tree, and we actually stayed at the dig tree for the night. So anyway, so that's this area. Definitely, if you get an opportunity to camp out here, definitely go for it. This is the Merty area in the Strzelecki Desert. See ya.